Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Nuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a mug hug or a mug warmer or a mug cozy. Here it is. It looks like this. Here we have created base as well for this mug hug, and we have created over this mug cozy or mug hug here. And here I've used feather stitch, and for this one I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one I've used my this 4 mm of the hook. Here it is. So let's begin. So here it is. This pattern we will start with the base. So for that, just have your yarn and we will start with a magic circle. So just have a magic circle here like this, and just grab your this second strand of yarn through your this first strand of yarn here, and grab your yarn, turn your hook and have a chain one here like this. Now this chain one is not a stitch. I made this chain one only to secure my this magic circle. Now here for our round number 1 we will have 6 single crochets into this magic circle. So for that I'm just going to insert my hook into my this magic circle here and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and this is your first single crochet. Now keep on having your 6 single crochets here. So that's going to be our second single crochet, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here it is. We got about this 6 single crochets here, and I'm just gonna pull my this yarn and I'll just close my this magic circle here like this, and it looks like this. Now for our round number 2 we will start working on our round number 2 with the spiral way. So now onwards we will work in a spiral way. So for that, here this is our first stitch. Insert your hook into this first stitch here like this and grab a yarn. You're gonna have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and here I'm just gonna have a stitch marker. Here it is, so that you will remember that this is the first stitch of your round number 2. So here it is. Have you this 1 single crochet here, and now I will again go to that first stitch and will insert my hook and will grab the yarn and we'll have a second single crochet here. Now for this round number 2, we will have 2 single crochets into this each stitch from our previous round. So here it is. We got over this first 2 single crochets. Go to this next stitch. This is the second stitch, and here again we will have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So it's 1 and 2. Again, go to this next stitch and have 2 single crochets here. So that's gonna be our 1 and 2. Go to this next stitch and have 2 single crochets here again. Keep on having 2 single crochets into each stitch, and by the end of this round number 2, we will have 12 single crochets. 1, 2. So here it is. I've got my this 12 single crochets here for my round number 2, and it looks like this. Now for my round number 3, I will just take out my this stitch marker and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch here, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. That's going to be our first single crochet of our round number 3. Just gonna have a stitch marker here, and now here for this first stitch I'm gonna have 1 single crochet only, and now I will go to this next stitch, and here I will have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Again I will go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet only, and now I will go to this next stitch and we'll have 2 single crochets here into this 1 stitch like this. Now keep on repeating this pattern. Keep on having 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. Keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end of this round number 3, we will have 18 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end. Here it is. I've got my this 18 single crochets here at the end of my this round number 3, and now for my round number 4, I will take out my this stitch marker here. Now go to this first stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 4. Have your the stitch marker back on, and now we will go to this next stitch. So this is the second stitch. Go to this next stitch and have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So it's 1 and 2. Now go to this next stitch. This is your third stitch, and have 1 single crochet here only, here. And you got here this first 4 stitches here. Now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on over this round number 4. So again, we will go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet only. Go to this next stitch and have 2 single crochets into this one stitch, 1 and 2, and go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet only here, like this. Keep on repeating this pattern. 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets and 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then 1 single crochet. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I will meet you at the end. And by the end of this round number 4, we will have 24 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end here. Here it is. I got my this 24 single crochets by the end of this round number 4. Now for my round number 5, I will take out my this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch, and we'll have 1 single crochet here only. Okay, with the stitch marker back on, this is your first stitch of your round number 5. And now here for this round number 5, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch for our first 3 stitches. So here it is. It's 1 stitch, go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet, go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet here, like this. And now we will go to this next stitch. This is our stitch number 4, and here we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2 here, and you got 5 stitches here. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on over this round number 5. So again, first 3 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. It's 1, 2 and 3. Here it is. And into this 4th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So it's 1 and 2 here. Repeat this pattern all the way around on this round number 5, and by the end of this round number 5, we will have 30 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end. So again, next 3 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this 4th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. And here it is. At the end of my this round number 5, I got my this 30 single crochets here. Now for my round number 6, I will take out my this stitch marker here. I will go to this first stitch and we'll have 1 single crochet here. Now this is the first stitch of your round number 6. Have your stitch marker back on. Now here, first 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. You already got your this 1 single crochet. Go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet here. And now go to this 3rd stitch, and here we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So for that, it's 1 and 2. And now go to this next 2 stitches, and here for next 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 1 here. And you got your first 6 stitches here. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around and over this round number 6. So again, first 2 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. It's 1 and 1. Into this next stitch, have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. And next 2 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1 and 1 here. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and by the end of this round number 6, we will have 36 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end here. And here it is. At the end of my this round number 6, I got my this 36 single crochets, and now for my round number 7, I will take out my this stitch marker here, and we'll go to this first stitch and we'll have 1 single crochet, have the stitch marker back on. And now for this round number 7, first 5 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. We already got over this first stitch here. Go to this next one and have 1 single crochet. Go to this next one, have 1 single crochet. Go to this next one, have 1 single crochet, and go to this 5th stitch and have 1 single crochet. So here it is. First 5 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into the 6th stitch, we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2 here. And now you got here this first 7 stitches, and we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on over this round, round number 7. So again, first 5 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and into the 6th stitch have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. Here it is. Now repeat this pattern all the way around on this round, round number 7, and by the end of this round, round number 7, we will have 42 single crochets, and I will meet you at the end here. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 7, I got my this 42 stitches, and it looks like this, and I'm gonna stop here. Now if your mug is fairly broad, you can always add up some rows here. Just add 6 stitches extra on each row. So here it is. At the end of this round, round number 7, we got over this 42 stitches. If you are expanding your work, go for round number 8, round number 9, and add up your 6 stitches on each round. So for your round number 8, you're going to have your 48 stitches. For your round number 9, you're going to have your 54 stitches. And for your round number 10, you're going to have 60 stitches. And that's going to be enough. Up to round number 10 is going to be enough. My mug has a smaller base. So here it is. I'm just going to stop here. So this is the base, and I'm going to stop here. So if you will check on your base, here it is. I'm just going to stop here, and this is a perfect size. So here it is. I'm going to stop on by this round number 7 here. Now here, I will take out my this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch. Now here, we will create our little edge here. So for that, we will just have 1 single crochet into each stitch. Now remember, if you are working on some other rounds, you are working on round number 8, or you're working on round number 5, 6, 7, whatsoever round you have been working on, simply have your this base, have your measurements, and after working on your base, we are start building our pattern here. And for that, we will start working on over this first edges. So for that, I will just go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, into the back loop of your this first stitch, insert your hook like this here. Grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Have the stitch marker back on like this. And now here I will add 1 more stitch here. So simply just add 1 more stitch here into this first stitch. And this is only for 1 time. So here it is. Into this first stitch, have 2 single crochets back loop only. Here, and I have added 1 stitch here because we are working on odd numbers of stitches. We are working on this feather stitch, and this feather stitch works on the odd numbers of stitches. So only for that, I've added 1 more stitch here. So here it is, and now onwards, we will have 1 single crochet back loop only into each stitch, and that's how we will create the edge. We will create over this edge here like this. So for that, just go on to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of this next stitch, and have 1 single crochet here. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn, and have 1 single crochet here. That is a back loop single crochet. Now keep on having 1 single crochet back loop only into each stitch from your previous round, and by the end of this round, round number 8, for me, I'm working on this round number 8. I'm going to have 43 single crochets. So remember, for my round number 7, I had 42 stitches, but because I add 1 stitch here on my this first stitch, I will end up having 43 stitches, and that is the odd number for me I will work on. So whatsoever row you have been working on, simply just have your base, and after that, just add 1 more stitch here on your this first stitch, and keep on having 1 back loop only single crochet for your rest of the stitches, and you will end up having 1 stitch extra. And I will meet you at the end here. And here it is. For my round number 8, I got my this 43 stitches, all back loop only single crochets, and it looks like this. And now from here, we will turn our work. So for that, I will just have a chain 1 and will turn my work. So simply just turn your work, and here this is your chain 1, this is your first stitch. We will go to this first stitch. Here we will have 1 half double crochet into this first stitch. So skip your this chain 1, yarn over, go to this first stitch and have 1 half double crochet here like this, chain 1, skip this next stitch, go to the stitch after that and have 1 half double crochet here, yarn over, go to this next stitch and have 1 half double crochet, chain 1. Again, we will skip over this next stitch and we will go to the stitch after that, and we will have 1 half double crochet here and chain 1. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on over this round number 9. So again, have a chain 1, skip over this next stitch, go to the stitch after that and have 1 half double crochet here and chain 1, yarn over, skip over this next stitch, go to the stitch after that and have 1 half double crochet here. Keep on repeating this pattern, keep on having 1 half double crochet and a chain 1, skip over this next stitch, again go to this stitch after that and have 1 half double crochet and a chain 1. Keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end you're going to have your 43 half double crochets and chain 1, and I will meet you at the end here. And here it is. I've got this chain 1 here and I'm right here on my this last stitch. Remember, this is our first stitch of our round number 8. We had our the stitch marker here. We haven't removed our stitch marker because we start working at the back side. So now just remove this stitch marker. You're not gonna need this stitch marker anymore. Here, have it this chain 1, skip this next stitch and go to this first stitch of your round number 8 and have your this last stitch here, your last half double crochet here. Like this, and it looks like this. And now this is the end of our round number 9, and now for my round number 10 I will just have a chain 1 and will turn my work. So here it is. We are again start working in the front side of our work here, and now here we will have 1 half double crochet into this first stitch. So this is your chain 1, skip this chain 1, yarn over and go to this first stitch. This is your first stitch. Insert your hook into this first stitch here, grab a yarn. You're going to have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops, chain 1. So have your 1 half double crochet and chain 1 for your this round number 10. And now we will start working on a feather stitch here. So for that, yarn over and we will insert our hook into this space, into this chain 1 space. Insert your hook into this chain 1 space and grab a yarn. You're going to have 3 loops in your hook, yarn over, go down to this row number 8, and you're going to find your this 1 skipped stitch. So this is your 1 stitch which you have skipped. We will work on this 1 skipped stitch. Insert your hook into the stitch here like this and grab a yarn, and you're going to have 5 loops in your hook. Now yarn over, skip your this next half double crochet and go to this next chain 1 space, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Here it is. You're going to have 7 loops in your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to have 7 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops and chain 1. And now onwards, we will repeat over this pattern all the way until the end of our work. So here it is. This is your feather stitch. So again, yarn over and we will go to this same last worked chain 1 space. So remember, you had your stitch here. So we will go to that same stitch here, yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain 1 space and grab a yarn here, yarn over again, go down to that space and you're going to find your this 1 skipped stitch from your previous round. For me, this is a round number 8. I'm just going to insert my hook into that skipped stitch and we'll grab the yarn here, yarn over, skip this next half double crochet, go to this next chain 1 space and insert your hook and grab a yarn. You're going to have 7 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops, chain 1. Again, yarn over, go to this same chain 1 space, insert your hook, grab a yarn over, go down to this chain 1 space. You're going to find your this 1 skipped stitch, insert your hook into that stitch and grab a yarn, level up your yarn over, skip this next half double crochet, go to this next chain 1 space, insert your hook, grab a yarn. You're going to have 7 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops and chain 1. Here it looks like this. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and by the end of this round number 10, I will have exact number of stitches. I will have 43 stitches. So here, this is our first half double crochet and a chain 1, next feather stitch and a chain 1, next feather stitch and a chain 1. If you will count all of the stitches, you're going to have exact 43 stitches. So here I am working on 43 stitches. So whatsoever number of stitches you have been working on, whatsoever number of stitches you are having on your this edge round, you're going to have the exact number of stitches on your each round now onwards. So here it is. This is the pattern. Again, I'm just gonna repeat my pattern. So here, yarn over, go to this last chain one space and grab your yarn over, just go down to this chain one space. You're gonna find the skip stitch and grab a yarn from here, yarn over, skip this next half double crochet, go to this next chain one space and insert your hook and grab a yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops and chain 1. Here it is. Repeat this pattern all the way until the end, and I will meet you at the end here. And here it is. I'm at the end of my this round number 10, and I'm just gonna have my this last chain one here. I've got my this last feather stitch here, and this is my half double crochet from my previous round. So here I have this chain one. This is my 42nd stitch, and I will yarn over and I will go to this last stitch here. So this is a chain one. I will go to this last stitch here and will insert my hook into my this last stitch and will grab the yarn. I'm gonna have 3 loops in my hook, yarn over and pull a yarn through all 3 loops here like this, and that's how we will finish our this row number 10. Now for our row number 11, yarn over and have a chain one here, turn your work, and here again we will repeat our round number 10 for this round number 11. Only the difference is just have this chain one, yarn over, go to this first stitch and have 1 half double crochet here. So each round or each row will start with a half double crochet and we will finish up with a half double crochet. So your first stitch will always be a half double crochet. Have a half double crochet into this first stitch always, chain one, and now we will go to this next chain one space, yarn over and insert your hook into this next chain one space and grab your yarn. Now yarn over, and now instead of going into this stitch, this is your chain one, we will go into this chain one space. So this is your chain one space from your round number 9. Remember, this is your half double crochet round. So just go to this space in here, just go down to this stitch, go to this next space here and grab your yarn here, yarn over, and now we will skip over this next feather stitch and we will go to this next chain one space, insert your hook in here, grab your yarn. You're gonna have 7 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops. Here it is, chain one, and now we will repeat over this pattern all the way until your required length on all of our this rows or rounds. So here it is, it looks like this. Again, yarn over, go to this last worked chain one space, insert your hook into that same chain one space and grab your yarn over, go down to this chain one space and you're gonna find your space here. So this is your space, insert your hook into the space here and grab your yarn over, skip this next feather stitch, go to this next chain one space, insert your hook, grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops, chain one here. Repeat this pattern, repeat your this row number or round number 11 until your required length. So I'm gonna add another 6 to 7 rows into my this mug warmer. Now the size depends on the size of your this mug. So if you have a really big mug, just measure up your size, go and add up as many rows or as many rounds you want, and I will meet you after that. And here it is. I've added about 8 rows here. So if you will count, I've got my 8 rows or 8 rounds here, and this is the perfect size. And now for my last row or last round, I will just chain up here and will turn my work and we'll have 1 single crochet into each stitch here. So here it is, just have your chain one and skip your this chain one, go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch here and have 1 single crochet. Again, go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet here, go to this next stitch and have 1 single crochet here. Keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch, including your this chain one, and by the end of this round you're gonna have your 43 single crochets. And remember, we are working on over this last round. Here it is. So simply just have 1 single crochet into each stitch, including your chain one, and you're gonna have your exact number of stitches by the end of your this last row. And I'm gonna have my 43 stitches and I will meet you after that. Here it is. So here it is. This is my correct side. Here it is, and I've just finished my this last row with my single crochet here, And now here I'm just gonna make one loop here. So that loop will depend on the size of your button. Now I'm going to use this chunky button in here, so for that I'm going to create a bigger loop, but it depends on the size of your button. So just simply have the size of your button. This is the button I'm going to use. So this is a very big one, but if you're having a smaller one, you're going to need less numbers of chains. So it completely depends on the size of your this button. I'm going to have my about 15 chains here. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So here it is. Just have your 15 chains, and I will go again into that same stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a slip stitch, and that's how we will finish our this round. Here it is. It looks like this. Now you can simply cut your yarn and secure your this last stitch, hide your this all ends in, and attach your button in here, and I will meet you after that. And here it is. Our mug cozy or a mug warmer is ready, and with the base, and here it is. Just gonna have my this mug in here, and simply close this one, and here it is. It is all done here, and I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.